What's up? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the channel, Sports, Life, and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel, YouTube's #1 sports detective, and I'm here for the news. And today, we have one hell of a fight between Vasiliy Lomachenko and the undisputed champion, Devin "The Dream" Haney. Now, Lomachenko is a fighter who spent most of his career in the amateurs. He only has a record of 17-2. But the hype around him is as if he's some kind of Floyd Mayweather. I remember when he first came out, they had him on a pound-for-pound list immediately, fighting at these lower weight classes. Well, the talent wasn't really there at the time, but over time, a lot of these guys have grown up, whether it be Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis, now Shakur Stevenson coming up, and this guy, Devin Haney. Devin Haney was asking for this fight with Lomachenko over 4 years ago. Lomachenko chose to fight Teofimo Lopez, which made sense because I think Teofimo Lopez had the belt. But they were basically trying to corner Devin Haney out. Now, Lomachenko is a great fighter. He has great boxing skills, and he's one hell of an athlete. But to me, he's been one of the most overhyped fighters in history. Like I said, he's 35 years old, and he's only 17-2. That's ridiculous. You would think he started fighting when he was 32 years old. But that's not the case. I think he turned professional, what was he, 27, 28, somewhere around in that area. He was left down in the amateurs for far too long. But you have this young guy in Devin Haney who went down to Mexico and became the type of fighter that he wanted to be. Learning, growing, working on his jab, his footwork, living in the gym, training under Floyd Mayweather Sr., getting a lot of tips and tricks and some of the understanding of boxing from Floyd Mayweather Jr. And he's turned himself into one hell of a fighter. Now, some people say his resume isn't that great, but he's only 23. He has plenty of time to build on that resume, and he's built himself into a world-class fighter. He has a tremendous jab, and he has sensational footwork. And he's great at countering. Lomachenko, on the other hand, is great at fighting on the inside. And when he gets tied up, he's excellent at using his loose hand, his off hand, or whichever hand that you don't have tied up. He's excellent off getting off punches. But Devin Haney is the bigger fighter, the longer fighter. And to me, at this point, being 24 years old, the stronger fighter. Lomachenko has almost aged himself out. I feel like in this fight, Devin Haney will use that jab all night long. Hopefully he doesn't get into that mode to where you're trying to knock people out. But I don't think so. I don't even want... Devin Haney has been so disciplined over the years. He did push Lomachenko in this face-off. But he's been an extremely disciplined boxer his whole career. He comes in and he sticks to the game plan, no matter what. He went off to Australia. They had two brilliant game plans, and he never deferred from either one of them. So I think in this fight, it's going to come down to one thing, and that's distance. Who can control the distance in the ring? Sometimes taller fighters give up their height and their reach advantage and start fighting in close and trying to make it a slugfest. And that's a terrible decision. Every fighter is a little bit different. That's why they say style make fights. For this fight, Devin Haney has to live on the outside. He has to make him eat a bunch of jabs. And then every once in a while, you put some combinations down to his body, and then you throw some hooks in there and maybe a few occasional uppercuts. But the moneymaker will be the jab. They say a great jab can take you around the world. And there's no doubt about that this great jab that Devin Haney has will take him around the world. That's why he's undisputed at this particular time in history. And Lomachenko, in order for him to win this fight, he's going to have to make this a really rough fight. He's going to have to be able to use his jab, his speed, his quickness, and athleticism to get on the inside of Devin Haney. That's hard when you got somebody as gifted as Devin Haney at this age of 24 and you 35. He's the shorter fighter. But Lomachenko tends to come on late in fights. We've seen that, especially against Teofimo Lopez. He lost the first half of that fight, and the second half of that fight, he damn near won it. Yeah, he came on late, so he's a strong finisher. But Devin Haney has all the stamina, all the skill, all the speed. He sticks to his game plan. He has a sensational jab, and I just don't see no way that he can win this fight. It's going to be really difficult. Like I said, for him to win the fight, Lomachenko, he has to make this fight a rough, dirty, nasty fight. Kind of like what Madonna did with Mayweather, even though he still lost. But that's the type of fight he's going to have to fight to beat Devin Haney. But I don't see it happening. I got Devin Haney winning by decision. Probably about 9 rounds to 3, maybe even 8 rounds to 4, something like that. But this will be something that he'll mop the floor on him. I think after this fight, Lomachenko, he'll be battered and bruised. Bloody nose, bloody eye. Swollen eye. He would have ate a lot of jabs. I say he eats maybe 150, 160 jabs. Who knows? But he's going to eat a lot of them jabs all night long. But this still should be a good fight. It should be a competitive fight, but I think Devin Haney wins going away. But it will be entertaining nonetheless. But this has been Sports Life and Politics TV. I'm Samuel Koppel. I'm here for the sports news. Hit that like. Hit that subscribe. I just took your ass on an undisputed ride. Peace.